First of all, proud of yourself. I feel like you just went through what one might call a dark night of the soul, definitely. But I also feel like it was a huge learning experience for you. Because honestly, I feel like you had a pattern or a history doing everything for everyone else and getting nothing in return. Putting yourself in fucked up situations to help other people out, or finding yourself in dangerous, toxic, whatever situations that were never beneficial for you. And really, you were only there because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you was doing something for somebody else. You were just trying to help out. Next thing you know, here you are, right? I feel like you've taken a lot of fucking losses, a lot of bells, a lot of, pain, a lot of, just maybe even legal trouble. You put yourself in a lot of not good situations, trying to be everything to everybody else and getting nothing in return. I feel like you just went through the mud. Like, you seriously was just in the fucking trenches. Like, you put in mad work. Like, be proud of yourself that you survived through whatever the fuck you just came out of. Because not only it's like I don't even feel like you need a hug, honestly, because you came out a savage. It feels like you came out a motherfucking savage, like a warrior, like beast mode all the way. And understandably, that does taint your perspective on life. It does taint your view of yourself and people around you in situations and circumstances, which is only natural. But allow yourself to transform the pain that you went through into a power that's going to be able to be used and beneficial moving forward. I feel like you really were done wrong, and I'm sorry that you were done that way. I'm sorry that you were mistreated. I'm sorry that your name was dragged through the mud. I'm sorry that people didn't believe in you, that people who you thought should know you or should know your character or should know you better than that, and the things they did to you and the ways they behaved. I'm sorry, because you didn't deserve that. And I feel like you stood strong to your character through all of it. You stood strong, and I feel like you've put a lot of work in on yourself. So be proud of yourself, because you've came a really long way, and I feel that. Going through such a dark time, even the strongest of minds can be affected. Get down on themselves, start to question things. Start to question what they believe, or who they are, or what their purpose is, or who other people are, or why things are happening, okay? But just know that everything that you go through in life is presenting itself as an opportunity for you to grow through, for you to learn from. And it was one hell of a ride, but you made it through. And I feel like because of that, you almost gave up. You almost just raised your flag and said you were done, out for the count. But you held on, and you just keep swimming. It's coming into my head. Just keep swimming, from Nemo. But I feel like you hung on when most people wouldn't have the strength to hold on anymore. And you kept fighting. You kept standing back up, no matter how many times you were knocked down. No matter how wrong you were done, no matter how dirty you were done, no matter what you lost, no matter how much it hurt, you still kept being you, and you still got back up. And I feel like because you didn't lose hope. You had that perseverance and that fight and that dedication, and you stood strong. Even when you didn't know what was going to happen, you didn't know the outcome. Even when you started to doubt yourself and started to doubt point and purpose, you persevered through it all. And I just want you to know that by doing that, you allowed your life that was derailed to be recalibrated and get back on the track, that you should be on. And because you listened to that, because you stood strong in yourself and you learned your lessons, I feel like you gained a very mature type of energy about life and accepting the things around you. And I feel like one of the biggest lessons you had to learn in this time for you was choosing your battles. You wasted a lot of time, trying to explain yourself and the things you do or don't do to people around you who they were always set on not understanding you anyway, that were not supporting you, that didn't actually believe in you. You wasted so much time and so much energy putting out, to other people, trying to convince them of who and what you were. And the whole time, it didn't matter. They never mattered. They were never your audience. They were never your supporters. The whole time, they were never your supporters anyway. And you wasted all that time for nothing because you didn't pick your battles. And you chose to get yourself involved into other people's battles that had nothing to do with you. But you've held on, you stayed strong, and I feel like things are really about to come full circle for you. It is the strong energy of abundance, of putting in so much work, and right when you thought that it was all for nothing, it's all going to come back tenfold. I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. You've put a lot of work out positively, to the collective. Things are looking so great for you. Be proud of yourself. Be happy. Don't forget where you came from and how much it took to get there. But stand true and stand strong in that, because you worked hard for it. There's nothing but, I feel stability on your own, on solid ground, a foundation that you just created from the mud itself, that you just laid out for yourself. And now, because you've taken the time to do that work, to face those demons, to work on those darker sides of yourself, to really push yourself, you did a great job. And it's only a matter of time. Things are coming back around, and they're coming straight for you, because you deserve to be great. You worked hard for it. Don't let anyone ever tell you or convince you ever again that you don't deserve it, or that you're not worth it, or that you can't do it, or that you should do things that you shouldn't do. Because fool me once, don't be fooled anymore, because you learned the lessons. Move forward from those types of situations, circumstances, and people that serve you no good in your life. Shed that skin, shed that past, allow yourself to grow out of that, to be removed from those things and those cycles and those situations, so that you can truly continue towards everything that you're meant to have. So pretty good feeling, I feel like, today, as far as just being true to you. You worked hard, you know who you are, and as long as you keep those things in the forefront and not allow yourself to be vulnerable, to those toxic energies and, vibes anymore, there's nothing but up for you. And remember, I also feel like the situations that you were in, people were maliciously doing things to you. They were maliciously taking from you, maliciously preying on your downfall, doing whatever they could to sabotage you. Understand something that they obviously missed the memo on, but they got it real clear now. You can't take something that's not yours. That means you're never going to be able to keep it, because it wasn't meant for you. So there's no point in trying to do that. And they see that now. There's nothing that anyone can do to stop you from reaching your greatness, or to stop you from obtaining what is meant for you. It's still going to be meant for you, and there's nothing that nobody else can do about it. When Spirit, when God, when the universe says this is yours, then it's yours. Have faith in that. Trust in that. Know who you are, because you do know who you are. And you worked hard to know who you are. Don't give that shit away. It's only going to it's only going to delay your success more. Your success is going to be there waiting for you no matter what. So get on and get to it. Have a great day.